See if that works. Hopefully that works. Probably not. But the delay is killing me. See if that works. It works! It works! Okay, we're gonna just have to deal with that for now. There's gonna probably be a lot of noise in the background because it is hot as heck here in Kentucky, and the best I can do is run the fan in the background. I don't have central air where I live. So, what we're going to do is let me back up so that you all can get the gist of what I have been doing in some of my free time since we've recorded last. It'll be a lot easier now that I can vocalize everything. So, as you all know, this is the main entrance to our kingdom here on Frostfire Isle. I have completed the wall, and we'll give that a tour here in a minute. There's not much to see. It just goes around the perimeter of the first ring. I did add some houses and businesses that I want to build up later. So first of all, we have a game hunter. I kind of put him out here because I figure it'd be easier for him to access the wilderness when he's out here. And of course, he's going to be able to come inside the walls whenever he needs to. I may change this, but I haven't decided. It just depends on how things progress over time. So he may be the last house that I end up building. I did end up buying a mangrove sapling from one of the traveling traders and was able to plant it here. I was very happy to see that it would grow here. That way I don't have to travel very far to get mangrove planks if I want to. I have not taken these down from the last few sessions where the nether portals weren't working correctly. It just popped up, and I haven't finished the dam. I still need some solid stone to finish the dam, but that is on the to-do list. Like I said, I did finish the wall. We will tour that in a second. Going up here, you can see most of the inn is complete. I just need to put a roof on top of it. I've got the little sign over it. I think this is a jungle wood door in this texture pack. I thought it looked really nice, especially with the opening here. I went ahead and added this little counter area for the innkeeper, as well as a small little kitchen so that they can serve food. I'm eventually going to add some tables and chairs out here. We need to find some coal because I'm going to add a couple of campfires here and extend this gate to have our little fireplace. It is, let me take this down real quick. It does go all the way up, which I haven't finished the roof yet, so I will eventually add 2 more campfires at the top so you can see the smoke coming out. But until we get the roof on, I don't know how or where I want to put the top of the chimney. Up here, I did finish all the walls in quartz, which took forever because I kept having to go to the nether to get quartz and turn it into column pillars. But most of the rooms are done. I need to get some more spruce wood and finish blocking off this room. I'm not sure yet if I want to add a window here. Probably not, since that tree is there and it'll block the view anyways. But I kind of want to add like a railing on this side too. I don't know yet though, because I know this is a common area for people to hang out on the top floor. So this might be another room, so this wall might go this way and we'll have a door here. So that's just something to think about and what we can do today. I was originally going to hang out with you all for 2 hours, but due to audio issues, that has been cut down by 45 minutes. So we're gonna have to wait and see, because I kind of need to be off here at the latest by 5:30. Anyways, when we come over here, we will see Flora and Fauna Fancies, which is the flower shop. She has little pots and plants everywhere that you can buy. Her little sales counter. Whoops. Little chest of goods. She sells anything that is plants, basically. So that is there. And then through this door is actually her kitchen. And you probably noticed it, but there was a window here from the stairs. This is her little sleeping quarters. Going back up. Her name is Flora, by the way, so there's a double meaning to Flora on her sign. It's not only flowers, it's also her name. I haven't built her sister's house yet. Her sister is the one who's going to have the dyes. But as you'll notice, I have changed the blacksmith and Fletcher's house and changed their workshop, which we will tour here in a minute. I don't want anything else spawning. And I did name Snowdrop. I was able to make an anvil. Well, I had an anvil originally when we last stopped streaming, but I finally got a name tag fixed to where it says Snowdrop and named our cat. I put her gifts up here and did rename the chest so that everybody knows what is going on there. But let's go back out to the front here so I can give you all a tour. I did pull a kind of schematic on how to build this from Pinterest. I don't remember who originally did it, but I did change it a little bit. Their design was a lot bigger than mine, and I didn't need it that big, so I made it smaller and more cozy. And then their workshop was completely different, so I just made this to fit the blacksmith and fletching storyline that we had going on here. This stone cutter is going to move because we are adding a stone cutter to our kingdom. But going up here, they have a nice little balcony, and because blacksmith can work with iron, they have the iron gates going around. And they have a nice little view of most of the kingdom. Fun fact, you can actually go further up on the roof. I designed it that way so if I ever need to make repairs or anything, I have it there. Going into here, this door leads straight into their bedroom. And as you can see, this stops here and that leads into the kitchen, which we'll see in a moment. We have their own little study and then this nice little balcony that they can just sit on if they don't want to go to the patio. Because I kind of figure the patio is kind of an opening to, hey, let's hang out. Whereas the balcony, they can just open the door and have the breeze come through as they work at their study, and occasionally go out and view everything and have a nice little break. It's not as inviting as hanging out on the patio. So yeah, that's the thought behind that. Oh, the kitchen. So of course we have the living room area, but we also have the dining room And then over here we have the kitchen, which has a very high ceiling. I've got a lot of goodies in here, mainly because this is the main place that I've been using to count as my home base, essentially, especially since Snowdrop is there. Over here it's going to be the market or bazaar. I haven't decided what I'm going to name it yet. Bazaar sounds cooler, so I might just call it a bazaar, but it's going to go along this area for the most part. And over here, I did add this little area so that anybody purchasing arrows and bows from the Fletcher can come over here and test out his goods to see if they want to actually buy it. Out of the two, the husband is the friendliest. Like, in my mind, the blacksmith, she's rough around the edges, but her husband gets to see her soft side, which is so fun little lore fact that I've added to the story, that I need to add to the story, is her favorite flower is actually red poppies. So I'm sorry, not red poppies, that's another character. Her favorite flower is orange tulips, but there's only one orange tulip that I've been able to find, so I made like the story that Flora was only able to find one orange tulip, and he instantly bought it, but then he bought a bunch of red tulips to kind of counterbalance everything, and he had somebody build these little flower boxes around the house to as a present for his wife for their first anniversary, and then the orange tulip is right out front for her to view whenever she comes out the front door. So that's a little soft spot for the blacksmith. Otherwise, she can seem very gruff. So over here I did add that we're going to have a glass maker and pottery maker. So all the sand and clay are going to go into this shop. I haven't decided if it's going to be just one person doing both, or if it's going to be like our blacksmith and Fletcher, where it's a married couple and one of us specializes in each thing. The nether portal is still up over here because that is my main entrance, but that's going to eventually move once we get the first ring done. Going over here, of course, we have our little farm going, but I did add a lot to the farmer's place. So I did add some stables over here, 3 stables for each for the horses, and I've got some hay in there just in case they need it. We have 4 horses. One of these, I believe it's the spotted one, is the kid of the black one and the brown one. And then I found this dark brown one wandering around one day and just added him to the collection. And I didn't know, so I've only breeded one horse because, you know what I mean. I only did it once because those suckers cost golden apples, and I didn't realize that until I was looking up how to do it. And I wanted more than 2 horses because I have 3 stables. So I went ahead and bit the bullet, and I ended up using 3 golden apples because for whatever reason, 1 golden apple on one of the horses didn't work, and I had to use 2 to get them into breeding mode so that they can have a kid, which was a little aggravating. And apparently that's the same with donkeys. But we'll get to that in a minute. This is the kind of the tool chest for the farmer. This is Simple Sam's farm, by the way. I don't know if you all remember that. All of his gardening or farming stuff goes in here. He did buy some honeycombs from a friend who I will show you all soon, and he has yet to plant sugarcane yet because I have not got around to doing that. But I did build his house. There are some details that I need to add to it to make it more fancy, but here's his kitchen. He has a just a 1-chair kitchen table, because every time I've tried to put another stair here for a second chair, it wraps around with this one and it makes it look ugly. So Simple Sam's a single boy at the moment. His bedroom is in here, which I do need to add a chest in here to be kind of his nightstand and dressing closet. Wardrobe. Wardrobe is the word I was looking for. Anyways, his kitchen, and then down here he has his own cellar with some empty barrels and some shelves, because I have yet to stock those. Going through the back door, you'll find his sheep pen. I've collected a bunch of sheep and a chicken coop, which I'm not going to open that. Actually, I can. Yeah. There's a bunch of hay for them to sit on. There's a lot more chickens than I remember. Can I collect this egg? I cannot, because I have too much stuff. Okay. Every now and then I'll come over here and see if they've laid anything, and then I get another chicken. And then over here we have the barn. And the barn has all the other farm animals, essentially. We have some cows, we have a couple of pigs, we have 1 bull, and there should be some donkeys in here. Yeah. We got 3 pigs, 2 the same color, and I liked the new messy pig thing, so as soon as he spawned in, I grabbed him and brought him over here. But we do have 2 donkeys, and again, those take golden apples, so probably won't be breeding those anytime soon. If we go past Simple Sam's and go over here, I forget what I named this woman. Betsy's Bees and Honey. She has 4 honey beehives. There are campfires underneath here. I found mixed answers to the question on Google on whether the smoke from campfires go up 2 blocks or just 1. Some say it's only 1, some say it's only 2. So I've just been guessing. We can actually collect some honey. This one spawned after I got all of that set up, and I've got too many bees, so, and I didn't feel like making another set of beehives, so I just left it, because I'm still experimenting on whether or not the campfire goes up 2 floors or not, or 2 blocks. But this is her bedroom. The whole house is an open room concept. So you have her bedroom, you have a chair over here that she can just calmly gaze out if she wants to. Her kitchenette, and then her kitchen over here. She doesn't really have a living room space. That's just what the kitchenette is for. And then if you step back from the outside, I tried my hardest to make her house look like an actual beehive. I don't know if it came off that way or not, but it's an odd shaped house that functions well, is all I can say. Let's see. I was going to collect some. Alright. I do have a plethora of bees. I did take, so as you can tell, we'll go back over here real quick so I can explain this better. There is a line of tree saplings, or there was, going in this direction. As you can see, there's still some logs up there that I need to get rid of those leaves. But what I was essentially doing was taking a bunch of oak and birch saplings and just lining them up here and making a huge forest out the front of the blacksmith shop, so that I can collect the materials I need to build all these things. A lot of the birch outside of becoming the floors for the houses, I was turning into planks to use in the furnaces, which it looks like I'm running out. I did end up switching to oak because I started having too much. This is my wood chest. Why I have stone in the bottom of it, I don't remember. But my wood chest is full, so I've been taking some of the oak that I have been collecting and putting it into the furnace because I have not had time to hunt down some coal. So that is on the to-do list. I have started a second chest for wood because I'm running out of spots, and I have also been collecting leaves to decorate the outside of the houses, which has added more need for storage. But anyways, the reason I explain all this is because one of the oak trees popped up with a beehive, and I didn't know how far the bees could move, and I didn't want to kill the bee that was in the beehive over here. So what I did was I set up another beehive over here, which looks like it needs to be taken care of. And I moved the bee that popped up in front of the blacksmith shop over here, but it was only one bee in that beehive. So I collected another bee from Betsy's, and using a lead, I led it all the way over here so that when they're ready, I can breed those two and have like 3 bees over here. But the lore behind this is the owners of the inn bought a beehive and a couple of bees from Betsy so that they can have an endless supply of honey, because they're going to start making honey brew for their customers. They also have their own little well over here. And I'm going to keep this tree here, maybe, because not a lot of people come onto this side except for the owners. Other people may. This one obviously is going to stay because, again, it looks like a Christmas tree. But we're going to take down this one out front. One, because I've kind of made it ugly, I needed some more spruce planks. And 2, I have enough spruce trees popping up, so we don't really need it. It'll give us a better view of the inn. Yeah. I guess we can go ahead and start showing you how the wall turned out. Going down here though real quick, I have been working on the dock area. I've added signs where I'm going to add other shops, so I'll show you those in a minute. I did find out that there is some clay deposits around here, so I've been collecting clay as I've been working on this, but I am expanding it all the way to the edge over there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But next to the entrance of the city coming from the docks, we're going to have a customs building. I'm not sure if I want a customs building on both sides of the entrance, or a customs building here and something else over there. So that's something to think about. Over here we have the Fisherman's Wharf. So there's going to be this is the shipping company, not the Fisherman's Wharf. Fisherman's Wharf is on the other side. Shipping company is going to be over here because it's deeper waters. So eventually, once I get all of the docks done and all the little shops set up on the dock, I plan on making like a giant ship over here that with sails and all, to make it look like an actual shipping company, and move the boats all over to the fishing area. And then this little thing over here is going to be a lighthouse. I'm going to build up the land around here to make a lighthouse so that ships don't wreck into our docks. I do need to add the stone stairs around each of the docks to make them unified. And then, of course, I need to expand the wood all the way over here. This is going to be the fish market and fishing docks. And then up here is going to be another lighthouse. This will probably be the bigger lighthouse and that one the smaller. Mainly because this is more shallow water, plus there's a lot more to hit in this area. So we don't want the ships crashing. I think that's everything for the docks. So we'll go back inside and I'll show you how the walls turned out. Of course we have this entrance here, which I need to add some detailing to it. This side of the wall goes all the way to the front entrance through here, and this is that front entrance tower, as you can kind of see. And then, whoops, we go back over here. I think I've closed all the windows. I realized one day while I was running through it that I missed like 2 or 3 windows, and I ended up having to go back and finish those. But you have to go up top in order to connect across the entryway from the docks. And it's like I said, there's not much detail inside, which I might be able to add later. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. So we're just going to run across the top. This, of course, goes around the back side of the blacksmith. And then this section should lead to the entrance for the second ring of the kingdom. Which I also had to do a lot of detailing, because a lot of the, like this area, I had to push back because it was right up against the wall, and we don't want people easily jumping onto the wall. But it took a lot longer than I expected it to to build a perimeter wall. But going over here, this is the entrance to the second. Am I missing stairs? Anyways, this is the entrance to the second ring. So go down here. We have this level, which is on the inside. And then down here is the bottom of the tower. And I wanted to take this tree down. I wanted them to be like a tree tunnel. You know how in real life there's like tree tunnels that you can just walk through or drive through. I kind of wanted that effect going into this entrance. It kind of blocks the view, yes, but it still, I think, will look beautiful. Probably need to go to bed soon. But this is a very long climb. I am missing stairs. I guess I left those open so that the grass in between the stairs could grow. But this goes up to the second or third tier. And then, of course, this goes up even further, which I need to add stairs here as well. But yeah. I haven't done any detailing beyond these stairs into the next ring, because I want to finish the first ring off before we even think about starting another ring. Things are going to start spots. I don't like it. Simple Sam is closer. Okay. So going back in kind of the same direction we were at, Of course, we still have this area over here. I have yet to build his house, but this is Grumbling. I think I'm going to rename him. This is the dwarf and elven couple. This is going to be their house. Originally, I named him Grumbling Gary's Mine, but this is essentially the house him and his wife built together because she didn't want to live in the caves. But if you go over here, this is going to be his workshop. I'm going to make him a stonemason, and he's also going to give cave tours. But I've added an extra bed in here in case he has to work late. I'm going to move that stone cutter into here as well. He has one chest full of stones, and this is all coming from the furnace setup that I have next to the blacksmith shop because the furnace ended up running out of space. So I had to move it somewhere. So I moved it over here after I decided he's going to be a stonemason. I added his own little crafting table as well, and I'll probably add some workbenches so that he has a place to work, and of course a sign above his door to show that he is a stonemason. What I want to do is change this this block right here into a more elaborate stone. I forget what it's called. Let's see. The chiseled stone brick. I want to put that above his door to kind of show like how much detail he can put in the stones. And I think I showed you all this last time. I haven't changed anything really, but there are stairs leading almost all the way down. I don't think, because light doesn't reach very well, I don't think it goes beyond this. But I'm going to take this down just in case. We're actually going to set that here for the time being, and I'll put that back when we have a chance. But I haven't done much work in the mine, so I don't know if it's a light issue and the grass just can't grow this far down, or if it's because I haven't been around long enough for the grass to grow. I want, of course, to develop this further so that you have an entrance going down into this main area, which I still want to explore more, especially since I need lots and lots of more coal. Not only for the campfires that I need to help with the bees, because I need to add a campfire underneath the beehive next to the inn, but lanterns take up a lot of coal as well, because I don't want a bunch of torches around the kingdom. Like, yes, the third tier is supposed to be like low man on the totem pole financially and socially, but our kingdom is also thriving. So yeah, they're the bottom man on the totem pole, but they're not that poor. Like, we take care of our own. Rich snobs are not welcome, essentially. The spawner is still here. I did widen it a little bit above because there was a bunch of gravel, and I was hoping that by removing the gravel above it, it would reveal some coal. That didn't happen, but I was able to find some more coal while I was looking around here. So that hasn't changed I don't think, since the last time we streamed. I'm trying to think of what else has happened. Once I got the wall was the most tedious part of all of it. Once I got the wall done and I was starting to build up the little houses, it seemed to go a lot quicker. But between finishing the wall and streaming today, I didn't have a lot of free time to work on that, so that's why I don't have as much as I would have hoped before we streamed again. Of course, we have the library here that I have not built. And of course, there's going to be barracks over here. I added another spot over here that I may end up changing. I'm not sure. I think it's the zoo, but there was another idea that I had. I was like, that would be better than the zoo, because I don't really know what to put in the zoo. Yeah, I was going to put the zoo here because we essentially have most of the animals at the farm. The only thing that we're probably missing is rabbits. Yeah, I think it's rabbits. But if we did a zoo, we would also include like some of the creatures that come out at night, which means we would have to build like some enclosures that that wouldn't allow them to burn during the day. So I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm still on the fence about that. There's still an access point here because I haven't added a door yet to this side of the wall, and it takes forever to go to one of the main entry points and then come back to this point. But I did like how this turned out. You can kind of see from here how well the wall came along. I haven't changed anything in regards to the main entrance that's going to be on this side, because I really want to work on that crystal that's going to be floating above. But yeah, I'm still contemplating on how I want this to turn out. I did relocate the wizard tower. It's not too far away from the original spot. I put it over there. I was going to have it next to the other nether portal. Yeah, and I added this entrance, which we'll see here in a minute. I don't think there's an inside to this. So I need to add onto this entryway, because what's going to happen is, like most of the entryways I've built between rings and leading into and out of the kingdom, there is like entryways for the guards to enter and exit the wall to defend it. But I didn't add any to this entrance, so I put this hole here to remind myself that I need to do that for this, and they're just going to have stairs that lead up into each section of the wall here. But I haven't done anything into this side of the ring yet. Originally I had the wizard's tower here next to this ender portal or nether portal, but the nether portal here is going to have to move because it's straight, like it's blocking the entrance, the pathway to the entrance. So what I'm hoping is I can build once I tear down that nether portal, I can put it here, and I'm going to put the wizard's tower here and kind of build that up there. I don't think I've added anything else, so that should be it with the tour. We have about an hour left to stream, so we can start building on something. I know, like I said, we have lots of... Why do I have... Can these not stack? It's odd. I need to get rid of this. I think what we're going to do is work on the docking area, because I should have enough oak wood to expand it enough, and I obviously have enough stone also. So let's put some of this away so we can collect what we need. Iron. that one piece of iron came from. I also tried to separate everything based on what their specialty is. So like all the leads went to the farmer. I keep one on hand over here by me, just in case one of the animals spawn over here while I'm working that I really wanted to collect, which has happened on occasion. I did end up putting all the leads next to the farmer, and then something spawned that I wanted, so I had to like quickly run over to the farmer, grab the lead, run all the way back, and unfortunately that animal had despawned by the time I got over here, which kind of stunk. Okay, we were putting things away. Let's see. No, let's not do that. Why do I have stripped spruce log? Actually, let's take... Oh, I know why. Because I was working on the inn. I'm going to take these and put them in the inn. And then... we don't need birch. We don't need slabs. So do that for now. And then put the rest of it in here. I'm just going to put the glass in there for now. You know what? Just go ahead and put all this in here. This is kind of a inventory dump chest that I will have to organize later. So we're going to take all of these, and then I need some stone stairs, which are not in here. I'll take these back. Ooh, this is almost halfway done. I'm gonna take these, put those in there, and then I'm not sure how many stone stairs I'm going to need. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll start with 36 and see how that goes. I have been fortunate enough to find some coal as I'm replacing the dirt with the oak planks as I'm expanding the docks. I know I need at least, I need 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. So that's 4 coal. Plus I need another campfire for the beehive. So I need at least 5 coal. So hopefully we can find that while we are doing this. Differentiating between gravel and clay is sometimes hard. Like I have to see it side by side to know what the difference is, but when it's by itself, it's hard to distinguish. I think it is about to storm where I live. I hear the thunder. Okay, I guess I'm stopping here. I'm out of oak planks. Okay, that leaves the stones. And since we technically don't need the oak stairs, I'm going to throw those into the furnace. Doesn't look like anyone dropped. No, they're floating. That's why. And I also need to get some oak fences so that we can make pillars for the piers to stand on. Oh, I need to collect my materials. Oh, we have some more cobblestone here. Go ahead and put that in here. Right, and then we need not that chest. Oak. Might as well just take all of it. And turn it all into planks. Okay. And then once we get the rest of the pier done, then we can start building up the little shops that should be on it. Trying not to do that, but I did it anywhere. Doesn't really need to go that far. all the planks that we have is going to make it. Hopefully it does. Otherwise we'll have to grow some trees. And nobody has time for that. But we're gonna have to make some time to make some more shovels. Looks like I was making go all the way around. So no! Why have you done this? You have betrayed me. We need 6 and some cobblestone. Looks like the furnaces stopped. Tragedy. What do we need? Shovels. We need shovels. Okay. We'll put this back. And we'll put, where's this? There. I'm gonna go ahead and chop this down. And use this to get the fires going again. Which won't be much, but it'll suffice for now. Right. Back to the docks. Sadly, we have not found even one piece of coal. Ah. If you all have any thoughts about what shops I can put in the kingdom, please let me know. I know I can make a jeweler shop, but I'm not sure yet if I want that in the bottom tier or in the middle tier. we're gonna put all the gems, like emeralds, diamonds. There's rubies, I think. Speaking of emeralds, the latest traveling, whatchamacallit? Traveling salesman? Traveling merchant. The latest traveling merchant had an unbreaking pickaxe, iron, that I really wanted, but he wanted 19 emeralds for it, and I don't have that. So, when we go back to the mines at some point, hopefully I can find a bunch of emeralds and save up my money so the next time he's selling that, I can just buy it off of him. Because I haven't made an enchantment table. And I don't plan on making an enchantment table until I'm able to build the Wizarding Tower. So maybe we need to do that soon. Because the Wizarding Tower is a part of the bottom tier of the kingdom. So, spoiler alert, because I wasn't going to explain this part of the lore until the Wizarding Tower was built. But the wizard prefers the people of the bottom tier because they're a lot nicer to him. Mainly because he grew up in the bottom tier. And in other kingdoms, like, yes, wizards can live at higher tiers in the kingdoms, but when he tried living there on his own, a lot of people treated him with suspicion because they didn't trust his magical abilities. So he just decided that when it was time to build his own wizarding tower, he set it up in the bottom tier where he knew a lot of people and where all of his friends truly were. So he's actually a nice wizard, and a lot of people think he's brave for living next to the nether portal, which hopefully, if everything goes well, it will be the only nether portal in our kingdom, but we will see. And he does give good advice to adventurers who want to go into the nether, so he's not a bad guy. He's more like a very young version of Gandalf. Like, think Gandalf when he first became a wizard and set out into Middle Earth on his own. That's the kind of wizard I'm thinking. Also, if you all have any ideas what I can do with the things that come off the armadillos, please let me know, because I haven't figured out a use for them yet, and I've collected, I think, 5 so far. It would be cool if you could make some armor out of it. Of course, that would be something for the blacksmith, so those scales would be stored at her place. There's a fish on the water. Or out of the water. No, he went back. Come here. I need you for my cat. Did I collect him? I did. Sweet. Snowdrop loves salmon. She only gets the bougiest of foods. Oh, what we should probably do before I get off here is go ahead and get, which we are running out of time, go ahead and get the roof on the inn and some of the beds in the inn going, because I want to move the villagers from the village that for whatever reason spawned on that cliffside over there over into my village, because that's just dangerous, first of all. And second of all, I need villagers. So I think it's a win-win. So I wonder if you can take a lead and use it on a villager to lead them somewhere. Probably not. That's probably why a lot of people use boats to move villagers around. But we'll see. The thing that concerns me though is when I do that, two of them are probably going to set up shop as the actual blacksmith and Fletcher and start living in the blacksmith house. And yes, technically it is her house. The Fletcher moved here. Well, he moved here of his own accord. She moved here when her parents moved here. She was only 4 when that happened. So. Let's even this out. I think we're going to have to plant some more oak trees because I don't think the last couple of stacks that we have are going to make it. before I do is, since I'm out of shovels. When we run out of planks, I'll stop there and we can work on the roof again. Ooh, we need to go to bed. Run, Lily, run. Also, I don't know if you all have this trouble, but I've been playing Lily for a while. I don't remember exactly when I started playing Lily, which is the skin for my character that I've been using, but I had her for months, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was an update or what, but she disappeared out of my dressing room, and I searched everything to try to find her again, and she never showed up. I had to repurchase the cottage core skin pack that had her in it in order to regain her for our playthroughs. And I don't understand why. It was kind of annoying because, granted, it's a very cheap pack. It's only like $2, but I already bought it once. Why did I have to repurchase it? I don't understand. So if anybody knows why that happened, oh, I don't have shovels. Please let me know, because like I said, it was kind of annoying. But I am grateful that I was able to get her back. I had a backup one. It was called Emily. It was from a different cottage core set. Oh, I need sticks and stones. Sticks and stones might break my bones. And Emily was cute, which is why I was using her until I was able to find the cottage core pack that I used to use. But Emily is brunette, and one of the reasons that I picked Lily was because she was a redhead. And us redheads have to stick together. Well, that's all I can do with the docks at the moment. Onward to the inn. I still have a lot of spruce. I think I still have some quartz so that we can build up the roof. I'll have to double check. Hopefully I can put all this dirt away, which I don't think is going to happen. Yeah, I still have lots and lots of dirt. Sand. Cobblestone can go back in here. Whoops, that's not where I wanted that. Put this in here. And then we'll go to the glass maker, of course. We'll just go ahead and put the dirt in here, as well as the gravel and salmon. Don't need the stone bricks either. Okay, we need spruce planks, which is over by the inn, and we also need quartz, which the blacksmith has at the moment, because she has the stone cutter at the moment, which is going to change eventually. Oh, I also need stone for the chimney, which I also need slabs, maybe trapdoors. I don't think I'll need any of those, but I also need slabs. Oh, stairs. You know what, let's just make all of it. And then, what else did I need? Stone. I needed stone because of the chimney. Okay. We will need some stone stairs. Hopefully that's it. That way I don't have to make another trip. But we will see. Oh, I do need to take... That's where the second bee went. There was a second bee in that beehive. He just got stuck in the inn. Alright. I left this open so I can climb up here. I want the roof. To go this way from the front. Well, that was idiotic of me. Okay. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Oh, no. Would that look good? Maybe? Since we're already out of everything upstairs, I'm gonna check this real quick and see how it's looking. Yeah, I think that'll look good. So we need more slabs. It should be fun on stairs for now. More slabs. I think that's it. Let's do this. Let's put this and this there. And then use that whole stack to make those slabs. Pick these back up, and that should be enough. But the sun is setting. Boo! Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left. So we probably won't be able to get the villagers. Should we leave it like that? Or should we add the quartz? Oh, no, that one's gonna have to stay. I kinda don't like that. I like the spruce. Oop, wrong tool. Yeah, that looks better. So we'll do that. No more quartz on the build. I'm not sure how high up I need to go. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start on I think it would be better if we did this way. This may end up looking completely awful and I'll have to redo it, but that's fine. We're learning. Okay, that there, and here. No! And I did collect it. Boo! glad I'm not the only one who filled out. What do you got? 3 emeralds for a fermented spider eye. 2 for milk. You don't really have anything that I want except for emeralds. And I think I have at least one last fermented spider eye. So let's get that real quick before he despawns and a new trader shows up. Don't know in what chest I put it though. That's an issue. I think it's at the Wizard's Tower because it's an adventurer type thing, and I was going to put a bunch of like adventurer type stuff next to the Wizard's Tower because I might end up putting a adventurer's B&B next to the Wizard's Tower in the Nether portal. I haven't decided yet. And then the inn would be for just like your common traders, your tourists, and things like that. People on business. 1 fermented spider eye. I don't know what it takes to make more. And I don't know how many he's willing to trade for. I guess I should check that before I came up here. Oh, I didn't leave these doors open for them. My bad, guys. Sir, you lost both your llamas. Okay, it looks like he'll trade another one when you figure out how to make them again. And then I think I have some buckets, so I can grab some milk real quick. Like I said, I want to save up in case he ever sells the unbreaking thing again. Sugar and brown mushrooms. There's brown mushroom at the Wizard's Tower. And I've got sugar cane at the farm. There's nothing in here I need. Bucket. He usually only takes 2 things of milk. I need sugar cane to make sugar. I don't know how much. I can check at Gary's. Gary has his crafting table. Gary isn't much of a dwarf name. We're definitely going to have to change that. I just need 1. Good. Actually, let's go ahead and just make 3 to have them on hand. Because I think I only have 1 mushroom. Yeah, 1 brown mushroom. And then I need to get some milk. And go back to Gary's, make my fermented eye, grab the milk on the way, and then head straight to the merchant. I could have put the slime back. Oh well. You and you. Ooh, I wonder. Oh, those are red mushrooms. Boo! Okay, one form into the eye was all he had left. And then he's done with those. Yes! So I have 10 emeralds, and there's nothing I want to buy, although the pale oak log is tempting. Okay. We're actually out of time. So the last thing I'm going to do before we pop off is move the bee that's trapped in the inn. But first we need to sleep. I do have a redstone person. I didn't show you all of it. I didn't show you some of the other spots that I have planned. I just remembered a few shops that I need a lead that I designated spots for. Now you're free. Yay. I saved a bee. Do I have space for this? I do. I'm gonna go ahead and take these down because we don't need them anymore. What was the other thing? Oh, I was going to show you the other designated spots. And then we'll wrap it up. So I did show you, I think this is the woodworker. Yes. The woodworker is here, and then up here I think is our redstone man. Our engineer. Yeah, our engineer is going to be the one who works with redstone. And then over here is the records office for all your government document needs, like trading license. You need a trader's license in order to sell goods. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I already have a spot for the woodworking shop. Which spot do I like better? I like that spot better. So we're gonna take this down and put somebody else here. I don't know who yet, but I do know this farm needs to go. It's cute over here, don't get me wrong, but I'm rarely over here, so these crops don't grow as well as the other crops do, and we don't need two farms this close together. I may put another farm way over there next to where zoo may or may not go, so that they can have food over there, and maybe a second market or bazaar over there. But that would also require a separate entrance to that side of the exit to that side of the kingdom from the outside. So that's something that we can think about later. But that's pretty much it for now. I still have like 3 more minutes before I absolutely have to get off here. So what I'm going to do is finish this tree off. I think it's right there. There's another spot there. And that should be it for this side, I hope. Okay. Hopefully that's it. Whoop, didn't mean to use that. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Alrighty, that should be it. So thank you all for joining me on this little update. I think our little forever home is going well, or forever world, I should say, because our kingdom is slowly getting better and better. I kind of want some more like small little houses, not necessarily those that have some use, like the woodworking shop has the workshop attached to it, or the blacksmith and Fletcher house has the workshop attached to it. So just like random citizens who do other jobs that aren't like skill-based in this regard, if that makes sense, that are more paperwork-ish or office work-ish than the than the hands-on stuff, which granted, some of the fishermen will have to have places to lay their head inside the city. And of course we have some government offices like the records office and the customs office down on the docks. So all those people will need houses as well, because I want them to be like close together, as you would see in any other like original first civilization type of cities, if that makes sense. Or towns, whatever you want to call this. So that is the goal. I don't want to lose these sticks. But yeah, I won't be doing this very often. As you all know, I like doing YouTube. Don't get me wrong; it's very fun. But like I said in my goodbye video, I don't really have the time to do it, especially with school and work. And I'm trying to also start my own little art shop. So a lot of my extra time is going to that art shop while I wait for classes to start up again. But I do enjoy doing the live streams with you all and kind of giving you an update of what's been going on in our forever kingdom or forever world. So I do plan on still doing this sporadically to give you all those updates and show you all what has been going on so that you can see how things are coming along. And again, if there's any input that you want to add to it, please let me know. I have, as you can see, some ideas for different jobs and housing and stuff like that. But if there's any jobs that you can think of that are customary to like a D&D type village setting that I've missed, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to add that to the kingdom and show that off the next time we have a stream, or I may save that for our next stream so we can build it together. I still plan on having in the second tier a mixture of the European and traditional Asian buildings kind of mixed together. I don't know yet how I'm going to do that, whether it's going to be like one hut is European while another hut is Asian style, or if I'm going to try to melt the two designs into one building. So that's something that I'm going to think about. But what I may end up doing, because of the way the land is laid out, the like third tier where the rulers of our kingdom live and their families, and some of the higher up in society live, in that ring, that third ring, it's supposed to be where the cherry blossoms are, and the cherry blossoms are like right outside that entrance over there. So it's not going to be the ring system that Bossing Say is, where you start with the lower ring, you move up to the second ring, and then the last ring is where the palace is. Our third ring is going to be kind of what connects the third ring and the second ring, if that makes sense. So after we get, I think it's getting nighttime, yeah. After we get this first ring done, and I've got everything that I planned on having in the first ring complete, we'll probably tackle our third ring and go ahead and get the palace set up, and all of the royal family's housing accomplished before we actually tackle the second ring. So yeah, again, if you have any thoughts or ideas on the buildings that I can add to it, please let me know. But with that being said, thank you all for joining me on this little adventure. It was nice to do this again, but like I said, unfortunately it's going to be a few more months before we can do this. So in the meantime, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your summer, and that your school year starts off well, because I don't think we will see each other again before school starts up again, whether you're in college or grade school. So I hope all that goes well and goes smoothly, and that you are all having a fun, cool summer. But with that being said, have a good time and happy gaming.